Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to talk about how an accomplice acquires knowledge of the criminal design of the principal. So this video is basically a separate video for my video about Article 18 of the RPC.
Para hindi na masyadong mataas, kagaya ng previous video ko which is about principles, masyadong mataas yun. So separate ko na siya sa Article 18, and then for this video, reading lang po ako ngayon guys ha, kasi gusto ko lang ma-note yung nasa book kasi nakakatamad kapag magbasa ulit. So para pag review, panonoorin ko na lang tong video na to. So, if you don't want a reading video only, so you might want to skip this one.
So, how an accomplice acquires knowledge of the criminal design of the principal. So, number one, when the principal informs or tells the accomplice of the former's criminal purpose. So, that's when the master told his servant that he would abduct or abduction with content a girl under 18 years of age, and instigated his said servant to induce the girl to leave her home for immoral purposes, and the servant assisted in the commission of the crime by so inducing the girl. The master was the principal by direct participation, and the servant was an accomplice under the case of U.S. versus Soto. Mariano Tadio accompanied Crispino Tangbawan from Tayum Abra to Barrio Bagook. Ang hirap ng places, be. Lagangin lang, and on arriving there, Crispino revealed to Mariano that he was going to kill one Guylay. It is likely that out of friendship and companion, Mariano did not leave Crispino after Mariano learned of Crispino's intention. So Mariano was with Crispino when the latter killed Guylay. So it was held that Mariano was an accomplice in the crime committed by Crispino. This is under the case of People versus Tagbawan.
So again, sa first, number one is when the principal informs or tells the accomplice of the former's criminal purpose. So here is how an accomplice acquires knowledge. So paano magkakaroon ng knowledge or kaalaman yung accomplice sa criminal design ng principal. So the first one is when the principal itself is nag-inform siya or nagsabi siya sa accomplice about sa criminal purpose or intention na gagawin niya. So yun yung number one.
And then number two, when the accomplice saw the criminal acts of the principal. So in a quarrel, Ramon was choking the deceased. Then Jose ran up and delivered a blow with a bamboo stick on the head of the deceased. After the blow struck by Jose, which Ramon saw, the latter continued to choke the deceased until life was extinct. That choking by Ramon was not the cause of death. It was the blow delivered by Jose which caused the death of the deceased. It was held that Ramon is an accomplice. The reason is that after the deceased had received the fatal injury, Ramon continued to hold and choke the deceased until after life was extinct. It shows that Ramon approved of the blow struck by Jose, thereby showing his participation in the criminal design of Jose, and this is sufficient to make Ramon responsible as an accomplice. This is cited in the case of People versus Tamayo.
So sa number 2 is kung paano ma-acquire ni accomplice yung knowledge niya sa criminal design ni principal is that when the accomplice itself is nakita niya yung ginawa ni principal or yung criminal acts na ginawa ni principal. So for example, nakita ako ni accomplice na nakipagsusuntukan, then si accomplice is nagbigay siya ng consent or nag-approve siya by helping me or by aiding me. So meaning si accomplice is may knowledge na siya sa criminal intent or criminal design ko, which is me, I am the principal of the crime. So yun yan.
So another case is Jovito Cagalingan stabbed the deceased after Alfredo Cagalingan had stabbed said deceased at the back, while Victor Romena Jr. stabbed the same deceased while the latter was already lying prostrate on the ground. While the acts of Jovito Cagalingan and Victor Romena Jr. show a community of design with the principal, Alfredo Cagalingan, who inflicted the fatal wound, and Jovito and Victor cooperated in hastening the victims that their acts were not absolutely indispensable in the commission of the crime. A person who assails a victim already fatally wounded by another is only regarded as an accomplice. So, Jovito Kagalingan and Vector Ramina Jr. are only accomplished. This is cited in the case of People versus Kagalingan. So,
ito yun. So, kapag ang isang tao is, or kapag yung victim is fatally wounded na siya ng ibang tao, and then, here you come, na nagbigay na naman ng another wound sa victim, so ikaw na nagbigay ng karagdagang wound, or ganon, sa victim is, you cannot be considered as principal, but only a mere accomplice of the crime. And by the way, before ko nakalimutan, para maging accomplice of the crime, dapat hindi ikaw yung nagbigay ng fatal injury dun sa victim. So, dapat minor injuries lang yung nabigay mo, no? At hindi ikaw yung nag-cause ng pagka-dedo or pagka-tsugi or pagkamatay ng victim. So, ganon yon.
So, where one of the accused embraced the victim and rendered him helpless to stop him from further hitting the other accused, the first accused should be held liable as accomplice where he did not stop his co-accused from further hitting the victim. So there is no showing that the attack was agreed upon between the two accused beforehand. No motive for it was shown other than provocation given by the deceased, and such motive was true only insofar as the other accused was concerned. So the circumstances indicate that if the accused embraced the deceased and rendered him helpless, it was to stop him from further hitting the other accused with his fist. However, even after the first knife thrust had been delivered, he did not try to stop the other accused either by word or overt act. Instead, the accused continued to hold the deceased, even forced him down on the bamboo bed, with the other accused still pressing the attack. If the initial intent of the accused was free from guilt, it became tainted after he saw the first knife thrust delivered. This is cited in the case of People versus Manansala. So, the criminal design to be considered in case there is no conspiracy or unity of criminal purpose and intention between two or among several accused charged with crime against person is the criminal intent entertained by the accused who inflicted the more or most serious wound on the victim. So, in the case of People versus Tamayo, it was Jose who had the criminal intent, which is to kill the deceased. Such intent to kill can be inferred from the nature of the weapon used and the part of the body which was injured. When a bamboo stick was used in delivering a blow of the head, that to the victim can be expected. So, ayun yung second how the accomplished acquires knowledge of the criminal design of the principal. Now, let's go to concurrence with the criminal purpose of another may make one a co-principal. So, even if only one of the offenders originated the criminal design of the other merely concurred with him in his criminal purpose, but before the actual commission of the crime, both of them agreed and decided to commit it, the other is not merely an accomplice, he is also a principal, because having agreed and decided to commit a felony with another, he becomes a co-conspirator.
So, dapat yung accomplice is wala siyang knowledge prior sa commission of the crime about agreement or conspiracy na magaganap sa gagawin nilang crimes. Because if the accomplice has knowledge about it, he's not an accomplice anymore. So, co-conspirator na siya. So, magiging principal na siya. So, ganun yan.
So, no knowledge of criminal design of the principal, not an accomplice. So, Sexto and Cosme were partners in the trade of raising and selling hogs. Erenio Ibanya was not directly involved in the business between the two. A quarrel between Sixto and Cosme sprang simultaneously out of a business discussion. Erenio obtruded into the discussion to support the interests of his brother Sixto. In the course of the quarrel, one of the trio mentioned the word fight, whereupon Cosme started to run towards his house. Erenio and Sexto pursued Cosme. When they caught up with Cosme, Sixto held Cosme's neck and from behind and proceeded to tighten his grip. At this juncture, Erenio stabbed Cosme in such a sudden and unexpected manner that the eyewitness did not even notice that Erenio's blow carried a dagger with it, and Sixto showed surprise when later he saw the blood-stained dagger of Erenio and asked him, "What did you do?" Sexto immediately loosened his grip on Cosme's neck. So while it is held that while it is true that the act of Sexto coincided with Erenio's act of stabbing simultaneously, does not of itself demonstrate the concurrence of will nor the unity of action and purpose, which are the basis of the responsibility of the two or more individuals.
So dito kasi, para maging accomplice ka, dapat may knowledge ka sa criminal design ng principal. So yun.
So there is no proof that the pursued Cosme because they had accepted a challenge coming from him. Apparently, their intention was only to prevent him from taking from his house a weapon with which to carry out an attack. They were therefore just advancing the legitimate defense by preventing an illegitimate aggression. Sex's act of holding Cosme's neck from behind is no proof of intention to kill. At that time, he did not know yet what his brother's intention was. It was not shown that Sixto knew that his brother was armed. So this is under the case of People versus Ibanez. And then another case is that Serenio Limbo was an employee of the Bureau of Printing. He stole several blank certificates used for the registration of large cattle from the bookbinding department of that bureau and sold them to one of his co-defendants, Pedro Flores, for the sum of 15 pesos each. The registration certificates were used by Flores in effecting a sale of 2 horses for the theft of which they were convicted. Limbo took part, direct or indirect, either in stealing the horses or in selling them after they had been stolen. He had no knowledge of the commission of the crime of theft by his co-defendants. He did not enter into any conspiracy or arrangement with them looking to the commission of the crime of theft of the horses. He did not receive any share of the proceeds of the sale of the horses. It was held that Limbo was liable only for theft of the blank certificates, but he was neither a principal nor an accomplice nor an accessory in the crime of theft of the horses committed by other defendants. This is cited in the case of U.S. versus Flores.
So para maging accomplice ka, again, dapat may knowledge ka sa criminal design, purpose, or intention ng principal.
So if you want to further know further about Accomplice, you might want to check Article 18 of the RPC. So actually, this is a separate video for that, no, again. And this is a very relevant video for my Article 18. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel